Hey guys, Unfair here. Welcome back to another episode of Cutting Room Floor. Two bosses down, two to go. The first boss is the only one that really bothers me. After that, they all seem pretty reasonable, although I don't like that you can't use your takedowns on them. Even when they're stunned, if you try and use one on them, they automatically break out of the stun. The one exception is a glitch if you catch the third boss at a very specific time. I may actually try and show that off if I can in this playthrough. Weird, I can't activate the helicopter for some reason. Oh, there we go.
Jensen? Eliza Kassan just contacted me and told me I should meet you here. You ready to go?
Yeah, take us home, Malik.
Amen to that.
I just noticed the model of the helicopter on the bottom is B, as in Bumblebee. Kind of fitting, it looks and moves a little bit like one.
Jensen, we've got a problem. I can't land at HQ. A riot's broken out. Boss says to drop you at your apartment.
I could use a shower.
You'll have to make it quick. He's on his way to meet you.
I'm gonna head over here to the corner. There's actually a little hidden storeroom. And it has a few supplies in it. Nothing major, but it'll be a little bit of an advantage. This ammo upgrade capacity is really easy to miss. And I'm gonna combine that with the heavy rifle, since that's the one that takes the most ammo. The ammo capacity for that only upgrades at about 25. There's also a vent over here on the wall, and although I normally wouldn't chase after credits, this one does have a 600 credit chit in it, which I'd like to have, especially since I've been skipping some of the more boring side missions, so I'm not getting quite as much money as I normally would. I'm also hoping I'm skipping enough side missions to show off the different endings. Normally people think there's 4 endings, but there's actually 12 in this game. Whoa, that's kind of weird. I've never seen myself land in midair before. There must have been some little... yeah, did it again. There's some little metal ledges or something along here. Kind of weird. Even though we did waste a bunch of time down there, it's exactly the same if we rush to the apartment. CRF is always there when you arrive, regardless of how long you take.
Easy with that weapon. We can talk without it.
No thanks. Hey, you're the guy that installed our mirror, right?
Put that weapon away.
Oh, fine.
Hey, Mr. Jensen, what a night, huh? I made the round. Some punks tried to tag the building, but no major damage.
Good to know, good to know. At least I don't have elevator music in this game. That's kind of refreshing.
Welcome home, Mr. Jensen. You have new messages.
Apparently that's not all I have. Make yourself at home, boss.
It's a fucking mess out there, Adam. You seen the news? Picus is telling everyone we're breeding super soldiers. Taggart's at the convention center right now, urging the UN to investigate.
Is it true?
Of course not.
Except for the Typhoon, right? And a few of those defense contracts.
What?
Oh, and let's not forget the fact that Megan's team was kidnapped right before her research went public. How do you explain that one, boss?
I wanted people to see that research. Megan was on the brink of something historic. Something that would have catapulted this company to the top of the Fortune 500. Her kidnappers knew it. They knew exactly where her research would take us. And they refused to let anyone else have that much power.
Anyone else? Eliza was right. You do know more than you've told me.
I suspected. But these people? They're like ghosts. Always in the shadows. Always hiding behind lies and proxies.
Who are they?
A name won't mean much. They'll use whatever one suits their interests. Sometimes it's the Masons. Sometimes the Bilderberg Group. They've had a finger in every corporation, organization, or government initiative that's defined modern society.
You're talking about... the Illuminati?
It's no joke. They're organized and they operate over and above society.
You're serious? So why would the Illuminati kidnap Megan's team?
I already told you. Megan found a way to make augmentation safer for all of us. So we can all become like you.
Like me?
Like... you are. More than human. We've got to get him back, Adam.
You said Taggart is speaking at the convention center right now?
Bitch even sent me an invite.
His aide, Sandoval, is neck deep in this.
I don't know where Sandoval is, but Taggart will. Adam, you've got to handle this delicately. We don't know Taggart is involved, and we can't afford another punch in the face. I'm trusting you with this one.
So he just slipped us a little bit of story there. They want to make everyone like us. Oh, and I forgot to mention, I did buy the Tong DLC. Based on this automatic unlocking device being here, I think it'll let me play that mission even though I installed it mid-game. Right now I have way too many guns and ammo clogging up my inventory, so I'm going to get rid of a little bit of this stuff. I'll keep the machine pistol. It's a little bit smaller, and I have quite a bit more ammo for it. The combat rifle is only slightly more powerful right now. So if we put some damage upgrades on it, it should be pretty much equivalent. And I guess we should take a look at these new items that we just picked up. The automatic unlocking device does pretty much what it sounds like. It opens stuff that we would normally have to hack all by itself. And the remote detonated explosive device is kind of like those mines you had in GoldenEye, where you would throw them and then you would activate them with your watch. Kind of a cool concept, not totally necessary, but a nice addition to the game.
Re-establishing security.
Whoa, that's new.
Mr. Jensen.
No, the game didn't just glitch out there. I didn't realize that happened this early in the game.
CEO of the Taeyong.
Jensen! That little blackmail stunt you pulled cost me my job! Asshole! Stay...
Yeah, take that.
Don't shoot!
If you don't get him pretty quick, he tries to shoot you.
On maintaining a safe environment and an ethical...
I like how just because you punched a guy that was pulling a gun on you, everybody's cowering. Relax, people. I was trying to defend myself.
And you'll give me a nice excuse to mess you up.
The city's in flames and your whack-ass coppers are arresting taggers? No wonder this city's all fucked up.
Just because there's a riot doesn't mean it's suddenly legal to start spraying your gang signs all over the city. Damn eyesore if you ask me.
Shouldn't you be guarding the morgue? I heard it's nice, easy access over the precinct.
Keep pushing me, punk. You'll see what happens.
He's making fun of him because we broke into the morgue.
I ain't seen the footage, but that shit could be doctored easily. These people are probably freaking out for nothing.
But what if it's true, man? An army of COG soldiers? Detroit will be a police state in no time. Nazism, man, right here in the US of A.
Stop jumping to conclusions. Don't be a sheep like the rest of this mob. Goaded on by Taggart and his purist cult.
They ain't a cult, man. They just believe in preserving what God gave us.
Apparently they don't care about causing millions of dollars in damage to the city. Bunch of opportunists, if you ask me.
I like how the hobos are discussing it like they care if somebody costs millions of dollars of damage to the city.
You wait for them to save you? I promise you, you'll learn to fear the machine men. They're among us. You know, hidden in plain sight. And their masters mold the way we think. They spew their poison into your ears and you listen! You can no longer tell the difference between the truth and their lies.
You didn't really want to listen to this guy, did you?
Stay away!
Training exercises for augmented soldiers? How did they think this was gonna go over with the public?
I haven't seen the footage, so I'm not gonna make any assumptions.
Well, I have, and it's exactly what people are saying it is.
How can you say that? It's so easy to doctor footage these days. The first moon landing? Hello?
You okay, sweetheart?
I'm a little shaken up, but I'm just glad we got off the streets.
I almost shit myself when that group of cops came blazing around the corner.
We were seconds from getting trampled.
Sounds like all kinds of fun times here in Detroit tonight. Not unlike modern Detroit.
Jensen, CRF had me hack the convention center security logs for you. Sandoval signed out. He isn't there.
Taggart will know where he went.
You really think he'll tell you in the middle of a riot? In front of all the media?
He will if I ask real nice.
Well, if that doesn't work, he also has a dressing room backstage. Seems to me a man like Taggart must keep close track of his employees. Speaking of which, I also backtraced that breach in our own firewall. The one CRF opened but forgot to tell us about.
The one he was using right before he hired me. Right.
Looks like our boss was being chatty with a private detective named Brent Radford. He lives on Earl's Court. In case you want to get chatty with him, too.
I do. This actually isn't his building. We'll go over there in a sec. This is the building we couldn't hack into earlier. Because it's a level 5 lock, and we weren't high enough at the time. That's the simplest level 5 lock I've ever seen. Not even detected on the first hit. Nice. Wow, getting lucky this time.
Access granted.
So this place is like a little clinic off the books, apparently. It's too bad we can't go into that node right there. Make it a little bit quicker for us.
Access granted.
Now, if we hack into this computer here, it should get us the code for the gate right behind us, which is a level 5. Saves a little bit of trouble since this is just level 1.
Access granted.
That's funny, we got caught by level 1, but we didn't get caught by level 5 earlier. So somebody set up a wire and they were monitoring the clinic, so they bugged out. And there's the code to the door we needed. 3663. And they aren't like drug dealers or anything, but apparently they were still trying to flush augmentation drugs. I assume they're probably some of those anti-rejection drugs like neuroprosine or something like that. For some reason I never find the story in this game quite as compelling as the first one. The augmentation fight just really doesn't grab me. I liked more of the power struggle that was going on in the first game. And you don't see quite so much of that in this one, although I guess it is a similar type of power struggle. Both are very much about controlling people. Even without that grabbing me though, I still love the exploration, and all the little details and conversations they put into the world. That doesn't look good. That's weird, I remember this guy being all alert and ready to fight me last time.
Put that away. Unless you're gonna finish me off.
With a taser?
Jensen? Oh, Christ.
Brent Radford?
In the flesh. For now.
How do you know my name? What happened here?
Answers for favors. There's a trauma kit I keep somewhere around here. Find it.
You need a doctor. I'll get help.
No. No time. They could be back. Any minute. Find the kit quickly. If you want answers.
I'll be back.
They didn't hide that very well.
Did you find the kit? Oh, sweet Jesus. The pain. Morphine.
This should help with the pain. Now tell me what's going on.
Those sons of bitches. I should have seen it coming. I knew from the moment CRF got spooked that this case would come back and bite me in the ass.
CRF. So you're the investigator he hired to run a background check on me?
Detective. Or I was, until... Christ, fuck it. It hurts enough just trying to breathe. Point is, the goons that did this to me, professionals, I think your boss pissed off the wrong people, trying to dig up your dirt.
What people? What did you find?
No time to go into details. My storage unit, the sons of bitches, they're headed there now. CRF had me uncover a ton of shit on you. Stuff even you don't know. Your parents, your real parents. The tests, the fire. What are you, Jensen? Some kind of freak?
Focus, Radford.
I mothballed the case in storage. It's in an alley. Behind the bank. Your files are there. But Michelle knows. Michelle knows more. You need to stop. You need to stop them. Fuck. You robot. This is all your fault. Give me another shot. Morphine. Or go fuck yourself.
He'll constantly request morphine throughout this whole exchange, and if you don't give it to him, he won't respond to you anymore until you do.
Focus, Radford.
Ah, that hit the spot. I think I could get used to this stuff. Hey, I'm feeling a little more talkative. Already, robot.
Radford, I know you're in a lot of pain, but it's important you give me as many details as you can.
There's a storage unit in the alley, next to the bank, near the police department. That's where the suits are headed. I tried. Didn't give them anything. There's a safe. It has what you want. It'll get you to her. It'll lead you to her. To Michelle. The safe. They don't have the right combination. 4062. Remember.
You mentioned someone named Michelle. Who's Michelle?
Your guardian angel.
Who is she?
Tell me. Do robots even believe in angels? Or did they take that out of you? Did they take that away? You know, your soul. When they built you. Tell me. What was it like when you died, Jensen?
I know you're in a lot of pain, and the morphine is...
Just find her. Before they do. You owe her that much.
This is probably some of the best story that you'll get in the entire game. Tells you a lot about our character.
Who did this to you?
Guys in suits. One of them, David or Daniel, something like that. British accent. He was in charge. Talked about a Mr. Gray. They were in a hurry. 4 of them. Not counting the one they left behind. Well-armed, disciplined. I didn't stand a chance. Maybe that metal corpse you call a body will do better than mine did.
What were they looking for?
You, robot. They wanted my information on you. Someone powerful has their eyes on you and is very interested in your past.
The CRF one just tells us that it's the Illuminati, which he already told us at the apartment.
I'm leaving, but I'll call in an ambulance. You'll be okay.
No. Those fucking animals. I can't move anything. I was turning around, pulling my gun when the first bullet hit me. The second one, they fucking paralyzed me.
I'm sure it's not as bad as you think. It might be a reaction to the morphine.
I know what morphine does. I also know what a 9mm round fired at less than 10 meters does to the thoracic vertebrae on impact.
You need a doctor. They can fix that.
I ain't turning into no freak. Even if I could afford the surgery, the augments, I'd rather die than be half a machine. And I sure as hell ain't gonna live the rest of my life in a wheelchair, shitting in a goddamn diaper.
Radford.
Listen, I know there's still a few more morphine shots. Another 2. should do the trick. Please. This is as close as I'm gonna get to begging you. Don't leave me like this. You owe me that much.
And if you agree to help him with the suicide, it actually gives you an achievement.
Why do you hate augmentation so much?
Because it ain't right. You can't go changing the way things are. You can't replace the real thing with an imitation. It ain't right. It ain't natural.
It can save your life.
No, you lose more than what gets left behind on the chopping block. You should know this by now.
I understand. But technology, it's different now. It can help you. You could still live a normal life.
A normal life? What would you know about a normal life? Did technology really help you, Jensen? I think it made you a monster. CRF didn't give you your life back. He just made you better at taking it away from others.
Now, normally I would agree and go ahead and give him the shots that he wants, but there's an interesting story section if you convince him to stay alive. So I'm going to go ahead and use the pheromones. And I believe he's an alpha.
I don't think you really want to die, Radford. I think you're just scared. I was scared too. I didn't ask for any of this, just like you didn't ask for a bullet in the gut. But you can't blame me, or CRF, or technology for what's happening here.
I wouldn't be in this mess if it wasn't for you and your damn past. I never should have taken the job, but I needed the work, the money. Even if I wanted to, I can't afford the fucking augmentation surgery. And I can't live like a cripple for the rest of my life.
Living through adversity is what makes us human. It's not flesh and blood or even bone that defines us. I might be more machine than flesh, but I'm still alive. I'm still human.
You got heart for a robot. I'll give you that. Tell you what, I'll play along with this little after-school special you got going on here. I'll get through this, but not because of this lovey-dovey bullshit charade. I'll live for the truth, for revenge. Whoever hired those suits, I'm going after those sons of bitches. I don't care how deep this rabbit hole goes.
Glad to hear it.
Yeah. And Jensen, I don't know how bad you think your wounds were, but your boss, your friend CRF, they butchered you. Went too far with the operation. You were an experiment, a test. But he's the one that made you a weapon. Almost makes me feel bad for you. Almost.
We actually saw that a little bit at the beginning of the game, in those cutscenes where they were doing the operation on us. They had a voiceover of CRF, and he was just telling him to do more and more and more. Giving him permission to go ahead, saying we could handle it.